Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the first ever edition of the Byte That Fan Friday show. So what's going to be happening in this show is that it's all about you. We have a podcast which you can check out every single Wednesday live right here at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. But this show is about questions. It's about getting to know us a little bit more. It's about topics related to the world of wrestling. Sometimes we may get a little bit out of the world of wrestling. So with me, we have ourselves Keith Poshik from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. We got Ryan McNulty from Boston, Massachusetts. Ryan, what made you happy this week?
What made me happy this week? Game of Thrones, that's for sure.
See, these two guys love Game of Thrones. I don't watch it. My wife, Nicole, loves the series, and I will hear her yelling. So I'm assuming that people get killed in that series. That people die in that. Only a couple.
I have
right?
the largest man crush on Euron Greyjoy right now. I would do dirty things for that man.
Of course.
Because I can't really say anything, and it's getting a little bit awkward. Let's now pull it back a little bit and bring up some questions from the Byte Club. And the first one here comes from Collector9000, who asks, would you guys review the WWE version of ECW on the channel? So for those that don't know, WWE ECW was a thing that we actually thought that the WWE would never publish on the network because, well, it wasn't really looked at all that great. Surprisingly enough, they actually did it. I've actually had a chance to watch 2 episodes. This was around the time where Stevie Richards... did you guys watch a lot of WWE ECW?
Yes, I did. I think the beginning part I watched a lot of just because I was part of that generation that was really into ECW, and then the WWE revival happened and I was excited about it, but then slowly realized like, oh, this isn't the same thing. But I've been thinking a lot about it recently and how it kind of compares to NXT. Especially recently, and it would be really fun to go back and watch it and see kind of where all the turning points, for better or worse, happened, and see some of the debuts of some of today's biggest superstars happened on ECW.
There was the CM Punk guy that started out there.
There's this Shamoose guy that started out on ECW.
Hey, you got James Ellsworth's son, Colin Delaney. He showed up there.
Son, or maybe, or was he the father? I don't know.
Oh, mind blown. What about you, Ryan?
I was actually, for the first several years of WWE ECW, I was a pretty dedicated watcher of it. And since I was not someone who watched ECW back, the original one when it aired, all I knew about ECW was essentially clips that WWE would show in their documentaries or on the television show. So I just kind of went into it with the mindset of, hey, this is just another day of wrestling. And unlike SmackDown, it's actually live. So that's actually got something going for it. So I really did enjoy it. And I think in a lot of ways it was the precursor to NXT, where they brought in a lot of new talent there. And then when they felt like they had been built up enough, they would bring them over to either Raw or SmackDown. So if you try and disregard what it was trying to be and take it as its own thing, if it had any other name, like maybe NXT or something, which it eventually did kind of transform into, it would have been praised a lot more because it actually wasn't that bad of a show.
Yeah,
except
it really
for December
wasn't.
to Dismember.
Oh, no, let's not talk about that. Yeah, well, you thought, hey, ECW Elimination Chamber, it's going to work because they have weapons in it. Oh, no. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I actually checked out 2 episodes. Yeah. This was around the time where they were trying to push Stevie Richards. He had like the whole throat surgery thing. So the whole thing is like, can he wrestle anymore? He was grabbing his neck a lot, selling that the fact that he got that surgery. And that ECW changed a lot. Like it went from the zombie, and apparently I guess I said something wrong, which I usually do.
No, I'm just laughing at like your description of a Stevie Richards push was just so very compelling. They're gonna push this guy. You're grabbing his neck a lot.
Hey, that's what it was.
See it.
That's exactly what it was. But hey, we actually have a Patron exclusive perk, which is BT commentary. We actually have one up right now where we commentate Bad Blood 04. So that's the first pay-per-view that the 3 of us watched. So Who knows? Maybe down the line we can actually do a commentary track of a WWE ECW show and then provide a review for all of you. So if you want access to that, that's patreon.com/Byte that. You can support us directly, and hey, maybe that can happen down the line. Now the next question comes from Cynical Justin, and it reads, if you were to make your own show and the two other cast members had the lead roles, what would your show be about? What would the roles for the other two be? So, like, I'm getting the gist that this isn't, like, specifically tied to maybe wrestling, maybe even, like, a sitcom. Like, I immediately got the sitcom vibe. And I don't know why my thoughts went to Three's Company. I don't know why. But
So
what about...
maybe because you put it in the Patreon description at one point?
That is true. That is true.
That is true.
Oh, wow.
So if I'm making the show, I don't have to be in the show, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
basically you play producer / director / seducer.
In that case, have you guys ever heard of escape rooms? Are like escape rooms things where
Yeah. You try to escape a room, you have like a set amount of time. Like there
Yeah.
are these physical places.
So
It's like
imagine
basically Saw.
Yeah, so imagine an escape room version of Saw, where you guys were the lead roles, and that's where I'd put you in.
Wow. That's
This
messed
is
up,
all-
man.
That's what kind of friend I am.
Okay, I just want to clarify, like it is fake. So like no death would actually happen if we don't escape.
Yes. Let's
Okay.
go with that.
You kind of stole my thunder because my idea was a
From
little
Down
bit
Under.
more of a toned down version where I was going to say I would just make a new version of Fear Factor where you guys were the permanent two contestants just to see you guys like freak out over all the various things that you got put through. At least
boy,
that,
I took
you know,
that to the extreme.
nobody dies
bit
on Fear
different.
Factor, right?
No. But hey, I actually really like Fear Factor. For me, I gotta say, I would love a like that 70s show type of thing. Like take the three of us back in time. Like, hey, let's do that
And let's
90s
get
show.
super high. Yeah.
that too. Hey, we got to get Ashton Kutcher in here. I don't know. It's like I actually see Keith. Like, let's say we're both playing director. I kind of look at Ryan, and Ryan is like this lovable baby face, but he needs a little bit more character. So he's like an Eric Foreman. You know, he's
So
trying to
then he
develop
gets
this thing.
super high.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then he hangs out with Ashton Kutcher, with Danny Masterson, and then people forget about him because he played Venom,
And then
which
they
was
get
terrible.
super high. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What you think about that, Ryan? No.
I just
Nothing?
want to hit Keith because that is annoying. Yeah, I mean that 70 show is a pretty good program. I'd be down for that. Who would be Fez?
Careful where you go there. Keith would be Fez. No.
Yeah, he's not. You know, he's technically foreign, right?
Okay, Keith. I say goodbye. I say goodbye.
Isn't it good day?
Good day. No, hey, we're doing that 90s
I have
show,
a
not that
question.
80s show.
Am I the most
Not even that
foreign
70s
of the
show.
three of us? Is it me?
Yeah. I'm
You
a
are
U.S.
the-
citizen.
Yeah, he's a U.S. citizen.
I'm not foreign,
But-
man.
Ryan and I live on the same continent.
Okay.
So
I am a legal U.S. citizen, my friend. You are not. I mean, hey, I'm technically the foreigner. If we go to Canada, we're the foreigners. So think about that. Like
that's true.
It's relative to where we are.
but we live on the same continent, and Ryan and I are very close together, like distance-wise in
Proximity
comparison.
doesn't matter, man.
No,
You know,
I guess.
it doesn't
if
matter.
I live, you know, close to Mexico and I'm in Texas, does that mean I'm a citizen of Mexico?
That's a good
Or,
point.
You know, so
That's a good point.
Exactly.
still-
So
Whatever.
let's now drop the question to you guys and gals watching. If you were to put the three of us in any kind of TV series, which would be your answer? My plan B was Scrubs, just because I love Scrubs and I can watch that series for 24 hours a day. So if
I
you
don't
have
want
any...
no scrubs.
Oh, come on. You don't want to be Turk or JD?
That show was just never entertaining to me. It was always like on Comedy Central, and I just have it on the background. But
I've never seen
it never
Scrubs.
did anything for me.
Same here.
My God.
I never felt
That
like
and How I Met Your Mother, both shows I just never liked.
Whatever about that second one. Really, I'm taking this personal right now. I worship that damn show. It's so good. You're wrong.
What was that song? I don't want no scrubs. Something.
Yeah. That was a
Sitting
reference
on
I
the
was trying to make
passenger
earlier.
side.
No one picked up on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It triggered something in here, so
I'm triggered thanks to what Ryan said. So let's just go right back. Yeah, gang. If you think that we would make for a good cast, or maybe a terrible cast if people like to watch the show anyway, on any televised show or even a wrestling show, let us know in the comments. If you have any suggestions, as we said, Fan Friday, this show is going to be all about you, all about what you guys care about regarding Byte That. So definitely comment with suggestions, ideas. It doesn't have to be tied to wrestling, as you saw with the last thing. We like different things. Like you can check out the podcast every Wednesday live here on the channel. As I mentioned at the top of the show, you can support us directly by going to patreon.com/ByteThat. You get early access, even for this video right here. You get BT commentary. You get so many features. You get a Discord channel. You can chat with Keith. Like Mr. Social Media, he's not on social media, but you can kind of socialize with him.
It's my social media cave where I don't need those Twitters. I don't need those Facebooks. I've got the Discords.
He's got the
come
D.
talk with me.
Keith just needs the D, and he's all good. So until next time, thank you guys for watching, and we will be back with a lot more right here on Byte That.